Go ahead, start. So we live, I think. I think we're
I
live.
mean, who knows? The
Hello,
little
everyone.
yellow box is not there anymore.
Because
So
we
I
had
don't
to
know.
switch our thing, our whole little
I don't know
rodeo.
if we're live. I don't know if we're dead.
It
I'm
means that well, yeah, here, I just got the notification from the YouTubes.
All right, so we
It
live.
says, watch live now, ask me about my wood,
listen,
ask me
stop
about my wood
talking
live
about your
stream.
colon. Nobody wants to hear that.
I'm just reading
I know, right?
what the punctuation is.
Hey, hit the intro.
What intro?
Go
I
ahead,
need
Chris,
a.
go with our intro. Remember that part where you say that your name is Chris with Cowdog Craftworks and you're joined by PJ Fetcher from the Evolution of Tables and Arturo the Chopmaster, and together we are
Ask me about my wood.
You forgot the part where it's as always joined by.
Oh,
That's
excuse
really
us.
the most
I gotta make a
important part.
button for that. I think there's a button that I can probably save it to. Yeah, next.
Yeah,
week.
we can like pre-record it so that way I never have to do that. Again.
Oh, it's all pre-recorded. I have every podcast, so we can just copy and paste
That's
it.
true. We should go look through the previous 16 intros and pick the best one.
I'll just.
Oh, there we
honestly, I
go.
could just record it myself and send you like a MP4.
No, dude, we're not.
Okay,
Oh
Mr.
my god,
okay,
look at
Mr.
me.
I'm too good for PJ's idea.
Hey God, I can record myself. No, man.
I mean, it's not what this big fucking testicle of a microphone is
Oh,
for.
the snowball.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah, snowball.
Yeah. The
No.
snowball means so many different things, so many different
Yeah.
contexts.
Jesus Christ.
It's
All right,
horrible, man.
so we're three woodworkers, and we have three independent businesses, and we're doing a lot of different things. You know, living the American dream as far as building small businesses are concerned. We've got Mr. Arturo, who's been all over town this past week, like talking to different clients, doing different things. We've got myself and Chris that are preparing for one of the biggest home show events in South Florida coming up next weekend, which I'm currently essing my peas for about
It's not one of the biggest.
shitting my
It's
pants.
it's the biggest.
It is.
It
It's
is
the one.
yeah.
It's the home design and
Remodeling show. Yeah. That is
Yeah,
that's
so
a
we're
big one,
really
bro.
excited regarding those things.
That's
But yeah, and Chris has got some YouTube videos out that are doing well, and he recently ventured over, if I'm not mistaken, into the Reddit world, the Reddit realm.
Ooh.
Totally
Yeah,
different type
mean,
of person. So tell
we
us about
talked-
that.
We've talked about that a bunch. That's actually been one of the driving sort of forces behind my YouTube videos, is by basically posting them on Reddit. I get the most traction out of the DIY Reddit because that one has, I think we've said this before on here, about 16 million users that actually look at it. So if you catch basically on there, then
Yeah.
everybody's going to be able to see, and it gets pushed pretty hard. Like I want to say, oh, the most recent one that I put on Reddit was my Live Edge box with the maple, the maple inlay. So that one got, I think it ended up with like 4,000 views, something like that. After it was all said and done. So not quite as good as my stool. Hey-oh.
Oh God.
Jesus.
But still solid, you know. That's
So your box is more attractive to people than your stool, which is
no, my stool's more attractive than my box.
Oh, well, that's a terrible situation to be in.
But more recently, so I'm into well, I'm in a lot of subreddits. Like I'm like looking at memes, and there's one. It's called shitty food porn, and it's like literally like people that are like, I took blue food coloring and I colored my mac and cheese. See what it looks like.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, it's just like stupid stuff.
Damn.
But I enjoy those.
But
things.
you
Ah.
want to see it. It's like, watching a car crash. You can't look away.
Yeah,
know?
but that escalated so quickly though. Ugh.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm the primary ones that I use for the purpose of social media for Cowdog Craftworks is the DIY subreddit and the woodworking subreddit.
Yeah.
And I've actually been doing pretty well in the woodworking subreddit too, but the woodworking one only has, I want to say, like 1 million users, something like that. So if you put that into comparison, 16 million versus 1 million,
Yeah.
I get more Instagram traffic out of the woodworking sub. But I was actually doing really well with the table on there for a minute. Like I did the Shoshugi band bass and all that, and that was
Yes.
I saw
I saw you
that.
getting some traction on that. The
Yeah.
video of the actual Shoshugi band.
Yeah.
Even Rob was a fan of that. Like Rob reposted that. Rob never reposts stuff from Grove and Anchor.
Yeah.
He was like, I never really see him on Instagram. Like maybe once every couple weeks he'll post something. But I guess that made a pretty big impression on him. That was cool.
Yeah. So that was doing really well, and then I had it was the day. I'll tell you the day that this happened specifically. Because
Okay.
it was the day that I was posting the beauty roll shots, and I posted them on Instagram, kind of like, the finished product, right? Like, so that same clip, and actually what's nice about Reddit too is that you're not really confined so much to the vertical posts. So like,
Okay.
like on Instagram, if you go wide, the problem that ends up happening, at least this is the theory behind it, is that people are more likely to scroll by it because they can see what's above it and what's below it.
Mm.
Literally like what every person who's like an Instagram like pro says. They're like try to like fill the box.
Fill the box. Okay.
Yeah. So that way, it draws more attention to your
With
post.
stool. Fill the box with
The
stool.
stools.
That's disgusting.
So anyway, like the nice thing with Reddit is that it's letterbox, so it's
Mhm.
wide. You can get a full view, and actually, it's kind of nice for me because now all my filming is done in letterbox because that's for YouTube as well. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
standard like 16 by 9, sort of pixel view, or 69 ratio rather. Anyway, so I post the beauty roll shots on Reddit, and the caption was like, like whatever it is, like a GFRC concrete table with inlaid maple, like the whole 9, right?
Mhm.
That thing is
All
like
the pretty words. Yeah.
course.
yeah, super keyword clickbait, right?
Hmm.
And then I like immediately after, like, that sentence is like, that was a mouthful. That's also what she said. And then literally within 5 to 10 minutes, I get a notification on my phone that says I've been banned.
Which, like, dude, there's, I mean, not that I've looked at it at all, but like, isn't there some really disgusting stuff on Reddit?
Yes.
Yeah, but-
and
Like, there's like porn on Reddit, isn't there?
well, I don't know about that.
Everything is but everything is subcategorized and then it's moderated individually.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
whatever they have as the rules for that subreddit. Like you're talking about, like to say the pictures, but then like there's a subreddit that you can't even post pictures. You have to go through like a Imager and then grab a link from there and then you can post it in your.
Oh,
Like there's a lot of rules, but each
like
subreddit.
MySpace used to be. Yeah.
I
Like,
guess.
Yeah.
get the code for the picture.
Yeah,
and
like
follow the link.
right.
I'm
but-
pulling it up right now. What the
Yeah, so there's all the rules.
It's moderated by, let's say, like a team of people.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right?
That the
Which is-
that the
which is-
community originally picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Which sucks because then like your stuff is subject to the opinion or a mood of, other people who.
Right. Or
Whatever.
whoever
Yeah.
reports it and gets butthurt.
So
Yeah.
to just give you like some context too, like the DIY subreddit, like when I try to link a YouTube video to it, it actually has to get approved by the moderators before it's actually posted.
Oh,
Because like the DIY one, they're like super strict because they don't want people to just like
Spam the crap out of it.
spam the crap out of it, post like a half-assed post that's not really
Yeah.
DIY
Like,
friendly.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like just like one of those, like a Jimmy DiResta watch me work video probably wouldn't get approved in
Really?
Oh.
yeah, because it's not step by step necessarily. Like it's visual storytelling step by step.
Right. He's going through the motions.
Yeah. it's not-
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the moderator that does not approve a Jimmy DiResta video for the DIY Reddit? Like, how miserable do you have to be that guy that doesn't even allow such a video?
Yeah, it's probably like the same moderator that banned me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Dude doesn't know what he's talking
I
about.
found out that it was not the head moderator, but I'll get into that. So
Yeah.
I get this notification that I'm banned, and like at first it's just this long 3-paragraph thing that's like, you've been banned and this is like the terms of your ban and blah blah blah. And I'm like, so why though?
Why though?
Yeah, like I'm just like that little fat fucking
The
dolly
fat
meme. Yeah. I don't get it. Like what?
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry.
And also too, like I've noticed, depending on what you post, sometimes the comments can be kind of,
Yeah.
I suppose. So I was like,
Hey,
well,
wait, Chris.
like-
Sorry to interrupt you, man. If you could switch your internet, maybe your Wi-Fi, because you're breaking up like a mofo.
What do you mean switching? Switching?
Remember, he explained in one of the podcasts, like 2 podcasts ago.
I don't listen to the podcast at all.
Well, he explained it live that he has two
Am I-
different
am
Wi-Fis.
I breaking up to both of you, or just to?
Yeah, I just got a little bit of it.
Yeah, while you're,
Dark Road.
yeah, while you visually move is, you'll start getting choppy, but when you start talking, it just breaks out. So I don't want you to be like mid-sentence, and I want to hear it, and then you're like
Alright.
going in and
How
out.
about now? Is that better? Worse? Better?
It's better. Better.
Okay.
Still a little,
Did you-
still a little fuzzy. Tell
Do
you
you
that much.
actually do anything, or you
No, I just swapped it over.
just talk slower? Just talk slower.
Yeah, if you talk too fast, it starts
Oh,
breaking
that's
out.
why. I remember saying that joke last time.
Yeah,
Talk slower.
exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you're
Same
better.
brain,
But please,
same page.
I want to hear this though. I want to hear this. So continue.
Yeah. So after finally like sort of picking through this 3-paragraph note with a fine-tooth comb, like it says like you're in violation of Rule 1. So I'm like,
Freedom of
Okay.
speech.
yeah. And so I'm looking at the rules right now, and if you go to it, it's Rule 1 says don't be rude, 0 tolerance for sexism. And like part of me is like,
Oh.
well, so here's the thing though, like even looking at that wasn't super helpful. What it is that it's a drop down. So like you click on the rule and it's got like 3 pages of like actual explanation as to like what qualifies as like sexist shit. And like right here in like the second paragraph, it says like sexism and crude innuendo will not be tolerated. Derogatory comments about working wood, is your wife single, or can you make me a sandwich are not clever, original, or funny, and they are not welcome here.
We gotcha.
Is your wife
like-
single?
Yeah,
That's a
like,
good
well-
one. That's a loaded term. That's a loaded statement. Is your wife single? That's good.
So like after that, I was like kind of messaging with the moderator that banned me, and I like sent like 10 messages and got like 1 response, and the only like response I got was from was when I was like, is this a temporary ban? Is this permanent? Like, what's the deal? Like, I don't get it. Like, what happens? And they're just like, it's permanent. The end. So that's when like I started reaching out to Instagram a little bit, and I was like, oh, like check out how fucking stupid this is, blah blah blah. And actually, like to be quite honest, I do feel a little bit bad about it, mostly because had I actually read Rule 1 like ahead of time, I had just
Yeah.
avoided the whole situation. It would have been super easy. It's not like as much as that's on brand for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that important of it's not that important of a staple in like my everyday posts that I really need it, like to the point that it's like non-negotiable. So like it just is what it is. Anyway, so then Eddie Chavez, the MF Wood Butcher, Arturo's biggest fan,
Yes, he is.
Damn.
reaches out to
mother.
me and is like, yo, he's like, I think I know. He's like, I can't confirm. He's like, but I think I know who the main moderator is for that subreddit. And I was like, yeah? He's like, yeah. He's like, let me reach out to him and see what's up. And so it's this other guy, Joel, who's also a badass, like, hand tool woodworker, this guy.
Hmm.
And so he starts talking to Joel, and he's like, yeah, like, this guy Joel's like, I didn't ban him. He's like, it wasn't me. It must have been one of the other guys. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, they were definitely extremely trigger happy. He's like, if it was me who saw it, he's like, I probably would have just deleted the post and sent him a message and then been like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
fix it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Yeah, retitle it.
yeah. He's like, it wasn't like that crazy, but he's like, yeah, so have him reach out to me and we'll take care of this. And so yeah,
Nice.
in fucking 24 hours I was back, baby.
Nicely done. And what's the new title?
No, I didn't repost it. I just was
Oh,
like, I'm back,
okay.
like in, and then I'm just waiting until I actually get the YouTube video done, and then I'll fucking repost
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
I'm giving the Reddit woodworking subreddit.
Here we go. This is the new era of PC Chris.
He thought he was bad in person. Just wait till you get on Reddit. Holy smokes, man! This guy's belligerent right now. Like, nah, but
No.
they take it. Some people take it a little too serious sometimes. You know?
Well, that's kind of what this guy was getting at. He's like,
Yeah.
"Listen," he's like, is that a violation of the rule? Yeah. He's like, but honestly, that was a little intense. Like that shouldn't have.
Yeah,
been.
a lifetime ban for saying that's what she said. Like,
Exactly.
all right, then
I
don't
kept
watch
making
The
this
Office.
joke about how Michael Scott was like
Yeah.
never gonna make it in the woodworking subreddit. Like he's fucked.
Yeah, you sorry, you can't.
That's
you know,
funny.
sandwich references, and that's what she says. Like you
You're done.
You
Call it
can't
a
move
day.
anywhere in the world. That's it.
That's funny.
So-
Well, that's good. It's good to have you back, man. You know, I'm glad that you're not banned on a pretty decent sized platform. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
man.
and honestly, annoyed as I was, it didn't really have that big of an impact on me because, like I said, like the DIY subreddit is really where I get all the traffic from. Like to put it into comparison, like if I put a video on the woodworking subreddit, I might get 100 views out of it, maybe, and that's if it even performs well.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't get a lot. You get a lot of upvotes, but you won't get a lot of like
yeah,
traffic because
but
it's just
DIY subreddit, I mean, it's a total. I mean, PJ, I mean, we've talked about this on the pod too. You know,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where you blink and like the next minute you're up another.
Yeah,
1,000.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving somewhere to Chipmunk or whatever, and within 10 minutes you had like doubled views. You
Yeah.
know, from
And the Live Edge box was like the same thing too. You know,
Yeah.
it was just yeah.
yeah.
Which I got into a great argument with somebody on Reddit about.
Oh, that's right about the Shoshugi ban, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. So,
No, no,
oh,
I did get into that. That was on the woodworking. one.
Say, like,
Dustin posted
hey,
that. Oh
what
no,
about-
sorry, Robert
what
did.
about, volcanic eruptions.
Yeah,
You know,
Robert go-
how about naturally occurring forest fires? Like, you think I'm really making a huge difference in carbon emissions?
Yeah.
Robert in the
What-
in the YouTube chat put what about your carbon footprint, man?
Yeah. Then I was like, well, what about Jesus' carbon footprint? Because
Yeah, he was a carpenter.
Exactly.
But no, like on the DIY one, some guy who was like, "That's a really beautiful box," but this is like everybody's fucking thing, right?
Oh,
They're like,
God.
they always say like, "Oh yeah, that's a really nice step stool," but and then you get fucking 10 minutes of shit after it. But this guy was like, he's like, "Don't you defeat the purpose of a box by having the hole in the lid like that?" And I was like, dude, like, just put bigger stuff in there. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
he was just getting into this whole thing. I wish I could pull it up if I had the patience for it, but like it was just this whole thing about like how. Oh, and then he also said he's like, yeah, he's like, this is what made Live Edge jump the shark, and I was like, this of all things
this
is what-
specific design,
Yeah.
really?
I was like, and people were really upvoting the hell out of that comment because my comment went back because I was like, this is it, really? Like, out of all the stupid epoxy tables you see, every
Yes.
other possible thing you can imagine,
Yes.
this box is what caused it to jump the shark. Like, get the fuck out of here, you know? Like, and
I actually think that the box was a pretty innovative design, which keeps Live Edge from jumping the shark.
Yeah, I
because
think
it opens
so.
up another avenue for people to explore.
Yeah.
yeah,
know?
and like his argument was like, obviously, oh, like I don't want to have to sit there and like figure out what to put in this box. And I'm like, dude, like just don't put like a ring in there. Like you can literally put anything else in there and it's not gonna fall.
Or
But are you-
or
It's
just
decorative.
don't make the box.
It's a decorative box, okay?
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a decorative box that's going to sit flat on a table or a dresser somewhere. Nothing's going to fall out of it.
Or
It might as
or
well
in
be
like
a
an
big
entrance
tray.
table, or even on an entrance table, something like a decor.
The irony of it too is I'm sure this guy didn't stick around to the end of the video because I mean that's what people
Yeah.
do anyway. They just watch the beauty roll and then they quit. But
Yeah.
like literally at the end of the video, I'm putting like the because remember that was part of that Instagram giveaway I did, and I gave away a couple.
Yeah,
I
what
think it
else
was like
in there?
like 16-ounce like bottles of like tongue oil and like half and half.
That's right. That from Milk
Yeah.
Paint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I literally packed that box with that stuff on camera and then I shipped it. So, and I kind of was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't want to like say the guy by name, but I was like, I was like, the guy who won it wasn't complaining that,
Everything fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, nothing
all
fell
this,
out.
yeah, all this furniture finish is like sitting in the middle of the street out in front of his house because it fell out. Like, no, you made it, and he uses it. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, I liked it. I like it, especially as a decor piece, like sitting in my entrance table or something. That would have been nice. That's like a
Yeah,
nice.
that's really all.
It's
it
a
is,
really
man.
nice piece.
It's a decorative piece.
Yeah, I
man.
like
That's
it.
all
I like it a
is,
lot.
decorative piece. I mean, it is okay. Listen, to play devil's advocate for just a moment, like yes, it does. It's not if you're trying to use it for purposes of storing cash or something like that, where you don't want to see what's inside the box. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'll agree with the guy for just a moment and say, yeah, you can see what's inside the box. So the cover might defeat the purpose of a box, but that's not the purpose of the box, man. It's a cool decorative thing. It's supposed to have. It's supposed to be a conversation piece.
Exactly.
If you just want a regular six-sided thing to actually store stuff, use a piece of cardboard and put it in a drawer, man. Get
Fucking
Oh,
Tupperware.
jeez.
yeah, get a Tupperware, dude. Yeah. If you were to
Yeah.
have to pay for something like that, it'd be a couple $100 worth of a box, and it's something nice and decorative that you can have on display, with things in it, whatever, and that's it. Like I don't know, people really enjoy having comment sections to express their opinion without really thinking their
It's just,
opinion through.
bro. They're
And,
just there.
you know,
They're
you know,
just there to piss people off. That's all they want
Yeah.
to do. It's right there. If you Google what a box is, the definition of a box: a container
Jesus.
with a flat base and sides, typically square or
Joe
rectangular,
Rogan.
and having a lid. But no,
Yeah.
but it's true. Like that gets me a little upset that they're gonna do that to Chris when, I mean, Chris is not telling you gotta make this damn box because I say
it's just
so. Like
Putting
no,
it out there, like this is
yeah,
what
like
I did.
like here I
Here's how
created
did
it. You like it, cool. If
Yeah.
you don't, okay. But I don't even care what you're gonna do with it. You don't even make it. So get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
it's like if you watch any of my videos, like the point of the video is not to like, I guess, get people to do things exactly the way I do.
Yeah, you're
or-
definitely not a DIY channel. It's
Yeah,
just
you're
like,
not
here's
DIY friendly guy.
Yeah.
being creative.
Yeah.
Me being creative here. This is what I made.
and this
you know,
and then
like
this is
certain-
how I did it. And that's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like, and like most of the stuff I do is not entirely traditional, in that sense. I mean, there are some traditional aspects of it, but I mean, it's just like, okay, like this is what I did. This is how I problem solved these issues that came up, and hopefully you learn something.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Learn
whatever.
learn from my mistakes or whatever. you know?
Yeah, exactly. Find the guy with who's made the most mistakes and go
Yeah.
talk to him.
Well, now
PJ.
that's PJ. No, but now something informative that I learned how to do. When we talked about it's where the edges meet and all that to do that pre-assemble, like Shishugri bond the edges, the joints area, before you assemble it.
Yeah, but the only thing, so I didn't do that. Obviously.
Right. We talked about that.
The only thing that I would worry in that situation, and it depends on how everything's joined together, right? But if you do that, let's say with mine, because it's a castle joint, and even with it together and burning it, like there's shrinkage in that little area that's like
Oh.
around.
Especially in the little area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like where your material is going to be thinnest, and I mean everything. So I think if you're using some joinery that's kind of delicate,
All right.
you could run the risk of basically having a super loose joint by pre-burning it.
Right. That's true.
I mean,
That's true.
theoretically. So
I get that.
Yeah.
It's a really like if you were to take that table back apart and just like I'm talking about like all right, sorry, let me back up.
maybe
a
with
second.
a baby propane torch just to
How
get
much?
in there.
No, not even like how much of a line is left in
It's
in
like-
your finished product? It's a little tiny
Yeah,
thing,
like a little
right?
strip, maybe a little hair.
It's like it looks like a paper. It's like paper's edge.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if you take the joints apart and you're not like holding the torch there, like freaking, really getting it alligator skinny. You're just putting a basic little
Like a-
color modification just on the edge, that little edge, before you assemble it. That would
Yeah,
that would make it.
just-
Again, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying like you should have done that. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
just a little bit. I don't.
Yeah,
think
like
it would really
just a
affect the
little
joinery, though.
black in it, just a hair, just to change the color, so
Yeah.
it fades in, it fades better or
Or you
Or
whatever.
it's just
Stick
a
a-
consistent color. I mean,
Stick a Sharpie in there.
Yeah,
Run a
that's
Sharpie down the edge.
That's
and
actually
you're
what
good.
I had considered doing.
Yeah,
Was
Sharpie?
or spray paint, like literally just using
Yeah.
like
Like,
a little fence,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and getting up in there, spraying the line,
And that's-
just
yeah.
to
That
catch
would
it.
work.
But then, I mean, like I said, when I started looking at it, I was like, I
But
actually
why
like,
though? Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I like the way it looks, like
Mhm.
with that very subtle line in there. So
Did
yeah,
you go
it's
to
cool.
Men's Warehouse?
I like the way it looks.
You like the way you look, and I guarantee it.
With carbon footprint, so it's okay.
Oh God. Yeah. Speaking of that, carbon,
So,
carbon footprint.
Chris, you were mentioning before we started the podcast, total boat.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I want to hear this.
Oh, this is actually
Nah.
perfect. Craftwood Eric G's sitting on the couch right now.
Oh, good.
Uh,
That means everything to me.
At least I think he's sitting on the couch.
ask,
He says he is.
ask Craftwood Eric G if he can help at all in the whole like if I want to ship a slab, I've been meaning to ask him about that. Like what kind of
Hey,
avenue should I explore?
Why would you want to
If
ask
they want-
him?
If PJ wants to
That's-
ship a slab, what does he
that's-
got to do for ship?
He's in shipping.
Oh, I
He's- he
didn't know.
works for
That's-
Shipmonk. He works for Shipmonk.
Oh, he works for.
No.
Oh.
He didn't
He doesn't-
explain himself like Arturo, but he said no.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks, Eric. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, I've been dying to figure out a cheaper way to ship it. To ship slabs.
Is
No.
he mad at me or something? That was a pretty quick answer. Like,
No, he's
you know.
tired. He's
Very-
sleepy,
Oh,
baby.
Jesus.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
But yeah, so what I was
Alright.
getting at, is that,
The-
apparently, I guess Microjig is going to be selling through Shipmonk. Like they're going to
Oh.
be doing like shipping stuff.
hmm
And if you recall, you had your incident with Microjig over
Yeah.
a year ago.
Which they finally made do. Whatever. I got my. Well, it's funny. I got the gripper from Shelby.
Yeah, so
Or,
they still haven't
you know-
responded to your email in like a year and a half, but Shelby gave you a,
Yeah.
a gripper.
Yeah. And honestly, dude, like, I don't like if you say you're gonna do something, I'm not all the time. I'm not gonna hold you to it, right? But I'm just gonna be like, for shame if you don't. Like, all right. I'm not going to trust anything else that you say ever again because you just say things and don't follow through with them. So I have this disdain towards you. Like, it's not like me begging, oh please, I needed more free stuff. Come on, I don't think I should have to pay for anything because I'm a teacher. That's not me. I just like, all right, you want to act like Mr. Big Shot and throw around like these not accusations, but these big offers saying, "Oh, I care about the kids. I care about schools and teachers." Ho ho, and then nothing, like and that's where Shelby, like that's why I love Shelby, dude. He's like, I told him, I said basically that, and he's like, "Dude, what's your address?" And he, like, Amazon primed me a freaking Microjig,
Yeah.
and I didn't want him per se to do that. I didn't expect him to do that. That's not why I told him that story. I was just expressing concern. That's all.
So the point of this story, though, is that right now, sitting across the table from me is a large box of Microjig shit that he brought home with
Oh,
like
Jesus Christ. Okay.
percent and like the runners, the
Oh, really?
table saw runners, like
The
all sorts
runners
of,
are
like-
pretty cool. I have a set. Those are pretty
That's
cool.
great, man.
I'll tell you what, though, if he had the match fit dovetail bit and then like the clamps, I would have gotten really excited.
Oh man, no, come on. You got to be a handy guy. You got to be the hand tool guy, man. Don't use a dovetail a bit.
Well, no, that's only for the purpose of like work tables and jigs, like really.
Oh, I'm sorry. The track with the. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because
Alright.
all it does is you just route a dovetail groove into a
Yeah.
hole of some kind, and you can use the clamping system so that it clamps kind of like dog.
Right.
Ooh.
Like a track type of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris knows all about dog holes.
Oh, I might have a dovetail bit that I can give you, Chris.
Well, I think if I recall, the one that they use for Microjig is like a specific ratio that like fits those clamps. Like
Yeah, it's a specific
Mm,
angle.
really douchey.
Yeah.
Um,
I have like I have like 4.
Yeah, but now I
Different
also
bits.
my work table only has dog holes in it, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
There you go.
Well, you could route grooves into it, man.
You could. You can connect them. So then you can.
Also,
There's a
we
place
have-
where you can insert and then slide across.
What material is that bench top? That bench top that you just got? Is it like super hard? Is it pine? Whatever.
I want to say it's oak, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Honestly, I have no
Wow.
idea. And really, it's a temporary fix until I decide to like really make my own ultimate workbench, kind of.
It's
Mm.
coming to the
Right.
interwebs.
It was just one of those things where like I was like, okay, like I can't give this up because it was $100 and it had
Yeah.
devices on there. It was like it's mobile.
The
It
Yeah.
the
a ton of space in my
Right there.
the
Right
the
there. It's
vices
worth it.
the vices were alone worth it. The
And
two
they're
that
kind
you
of
got,
they're kind of junky vices, but vices are fucking expensive.
they're hu-
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Good vices are expensive. Yeah.
like I have a quick release vice that I bought a while back that is sitting in the corner of my shop collecting dust, and I won't like resell it because I'm like, eventually I'm going to use this thing and it's going to be great.
it's gonna be great. But
Yeah.
So basically, what we've learned here. Sorry to backtrack, just to squelch, but let's. You look at somebody like me, PJ Fetcher on Instagram. Modest following.
shameless plug right there.
Not very active, not as engaged as an account like Cowdog Craftworks is, right? So from a corporate standpoint, they favor somebody like Chris because it's going to be it's a better investment on their part. I'm not talking shit. Like, this is a better investment on their part to give or to pay more attention to an account like that than mine. But
I'll tell
then
you
don't.
how they actually reached out to me was
Yeah.
not through like Instagram. It was actually through YouTube. That's
Oh,
how
okay.
I got in contact with them. Was that the guy he watched one of my videos and then
Yeah.
make a joke actually in
Arturo, what are you doing to your microphone? man?
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust it. There we go.
Oh my God.
just masturbating at a medium pace.
Jesus.
Hey. Sorry, the cord was. Screw you
Alright, we're
guys.
back.
Yeah, we're back.
No, man. I'm here for the listeners, man. They're covering their ears right now.
That's fine. It's only like 3.
I feel like they cover their ears for
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So back to my story though, like
Yes.
I made a joke in one of my YouTube videos about how I wasn't going to use like some fancy boat epoxy or this Eco Chill whatever.
I remember that. Yeah.
And the guy like literally like made a comment. And he was like, "Hey, he's like, if you ever want to use some fancy boat epoxy, let me know." And then he had emailed me. I think I had said I was like, "Yeah, I was like, I'm not looking for epoxy right now because I don't really do a lot of that stuff necessarily." I was like, "But if there are some finishes that you guys make," and then that's when that started the conversation basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There's something.
I'm not gonna put my story on the podcast. I'll talk to the person at Workbench Con. But there was I was led to believe that something was going to happen, and then that certain something didn't happen at all. And then, it's okay. Like, again, I'm not saying, oh, I need all this free stuff because I'm a teacher, haha. Like doing the whole like tiny violin that a lot of teachers do. We're underpaid, underfunded, education budget slashed, blah blah blah. Like, all right, shut the fuck up, and you're there for your kids. Like, make sure your kids have a good time. That's it. So, me being, Papa Bear, going and trying to make deals with people to make sure that my kids are happy at less of a cost to me, which would be awesome. And then you kind of pull out of something like that. That's what set me off. So I'm sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings, but hey, you gotta stand by your word.
I'd be curious if the person you talk to is the same person that I talk to, if that makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense.
Because the people that run most of the social media for those brands, they're not usually their marketing person, like their top marketing person that like actually deals with like sponsorships and things like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I have no idea like what their like company structure is or anything like that. But like my impression is that the guy that I'm talking to is very young.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have this impression because I literally know nothing about him. Just like his first name's Austin. He sounds trendy.
Oh, so he's
Yeah,
hip.
super-
He's
super
a
trendy.
hipster, man. That's what
Yeah,
he
lives
is.
near Waco, and he lives in a farmhouse style home.
With jean shorts and stuff.
I think they're based out of Rhode Island or something. But anyway, from what I recall when we were at Workbench Con, the guy that was there was not like a young guy.
Not young. No.
But I don't know. I mean, to be quite honest, I have no freaking idea. And frankly, like, what's interesting is I've had a similar experience to you as far as, and I'm not going to name the company, but, like there were companies that I talked to like at Workbench Con that said certain things and then, ghosted me like a bad Tinder date. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I get it, dude. Like, all right, you find, if you find, let's say they had a company X had a hour-long conversation with you about what you do and blah blah blah, and then they turn around and there's this other guy with like 14 times as many followers and he's way more active, and then he wants the same thing. Like, hey, listen, we're in business to be in business, and if I'm going to give out free stuff as an investment for basically advertising, I'm going to try and get the biggest bang for the buck. So I don't blame anybody for doing that, but it's just like, hey, don't go, don't go being all, politician like and shaking everybody's hand and saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then not do it. Like that's what I can't stand. Especially if it was just me, if I'm just a woodworker for myself, I wouldn't give a shit at all. But the thing that really got me to the core was that I came back from Workbench Con all fired up, and I was talking it up to my kids, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's so cool! Like you're such a like what the hell was the word that like you're the deal maker or whatever. Like I can't believe you got them to do that, blah blah blah." Which I mean, it's partly my fault for not waiting until like I actually had the stuff with me. Like here guys, like this is what they gave us, not like just kind of hyping them up. But I was excited when I got back from Workbench Con, man. I wanted to have the kids were like, "Oh, we missed you, blah blah blah. Like you weren't here for 2 days," and so I was like, "Yeah, I talked to these people, talked to those people. Here's what they're gonna do. Like here's some cool pictures of the shit I made at Workbench Con. We're gonna be able to do this, and it's Mother's Day is coming up. You guys are gonna be able to do this for that, and blah blah blah." And then I wound up going to Home Depot and buying epoxy for the same shit, whatever. It's okay. Like all's well that ends well. Like the kids were happy. The kids were able to do a project. The kids were able to make coasters, and they made a bunch of charcuterie boards with epoxy and Lichtenberg trails and all that crap. So they did get to do it, but it was just like, I'm thinking the whole time, like these motherfuckers, they might be, advertising that they help schools when they don't.
That's interesting. Very.
Oh, man.
Juliet is on fire right now, man. What's going on?
I don't know. Why you? What? Oh, go over there to Mama and stop screaming. What? Like why? She has to run over here.
That's how to dad, right?
Form a scene, but she's downstairs. Yeah, go to your mother. Mother's over there. Oh no, here she comes. Spoke too soon. Oh, she's going to the bathroom. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how you'd be upset because I mean, you're trying to do it for the kids at the end of the day, and then like people are promising you stuff. You're cool. You're trying to count on it, especially as a teacher. You're limited to where your budget is, and everything, and just for them to turn around and just be like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah, never mind. Which Chris brought up a really good point. It might have been somebody else that I talked to, but I would think that, they would communicate with one another.
You would think so.
You would think so, but in companies like that, dude, I strongly doubt it. I strongly doubt it.
And that's it. That's I meant it. I was in the mood to talk shit in the comment section, and then, so I was like, all right, hey, you want some too? Here it comes.
being like
whatever.
Oprah up in here.
Water under the bridge, so it's water under the bridge. I'll address it at Workbench Con. I'd rather not talk any smack about anybody now.
No, I can understand your frustration, to be honest. And then you hear everybody else have a positive experience, and you still it goes back, and it's like, damn, it sucked.
It's like, all right, that's cool, that's interesting,
Yeah, so I can see that, bro. That sucks, especially for the kids. I know how that feels.
Well, no, dude, the kids are taken care of.
Yeah, but still, you
don't feel bad for the kids.
No. But at the end of the day, people are promising you this left and right, and
whatever, dude. I'm a sponge. It's okay.
It sucks. But then you see them like all over Instagram, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, look, they're the best thing ever!"
Yeah. I got this free stuff. Like I didn't even ask for it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah. So I can see how
break.
that's frustrating. That'll get me aggravated a little bit.
It's okay. I don't want to be the bitter guy, even though I am.
No, but you have a right. It's not like because you want to sit there and do it on purpose. You're the ones that promised me the stuff yet. And it ain't for me. It's not for my personal use. It's for the
Yeah.
kids. Like,
Yeah, for the school to use at the school.
yeah, you know,
Which, whatever. All right. So moving on. Uh,
that's what it is.
oh, so you went to Vesasur again yesterday? They want some tap handles created.
Oh yeah,
And
so
I was talking some more smack even about how you are not going to be able to do a round tap handle on your CNC.
oh, you said that?
Yeah, I don't think you like. I think that would be something that you have to turn on a lathe, right?
This is amateur hour here, bro. Come on, man.
What? Oh, hey, whatever, man.
Nah, we'll set up.
Amateur hour.
We'll set up.
Yes, don't let me bring up what happened over there.
No,
you know,
no,
2 days ago,
no,
right?
no. I bring it up, bro. And it actually, I spent.
Yeah, it's a good lesson.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it though. We'll get to it. So yeah, they want 3 different designs, which I gotta make. I gotta design it up. Hopefully, I'll do it today. You know, get that done because they're kind of in a rush.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Well, so he came up. He approached me, like he approached me like always. I was like, look, I usually buy my tap handles from this other person, and they want a minimum order of 100, because they do it for like distribution purposes and stuff like that. But in their case, Mila, the Mila. Oh, Juliet has that PJ.
And that's my name. Oh, she can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, you have headphones. Tell her Juliet has the exact.
Juliet has the same pajamas that you have.
Yeah.
The Atlanta.
Yeah, the Elena of Avalar. Yep. It's awesome. Look at it. We can see you, but we can't hear. Well, yeah. So he was like, "Look, they want a minimum order of 100, and I don't want to do 100. I just want to make them for a shop, for the actual bar." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You know, I'll help you out." And he's like, "We're coming up either with a round design, like how they currently have, and then 2 like paddle type of designs."
Okay.
And then I pushed him. You know, I convinced him a little bit to do the lacewood, because I know you had extra, and
Okay.
you're like, oh, get the lacewood, and he liked it. So I'm gonna render a few. But yeah, so when I'll do a round, like a completely round object, I will do one side clamped face, like make a jig kind of for it. Oh my gosh, the secrets.
She wants everybody to know that she has a wiggly tail.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy is
Sorry
excited.
to interrupt. Oh, Mila, the internet is ablaze with this news right now.
I know. Look, everyone.
Absolutely ablaze.
So,
Sorry, man. Sorry to interrupt.
no
Go ahead,
problem, man.
take your
So
time.
the tap handles, I was just make a jig, and do half of the side, half of the top, half of one side, and then the other half on the other, and then just flip it around, just sand it, and you won't have any marks or anything like that without a problem.
Okay.
But then
Like you did that, the little thing on top of the.
Spire thing, yeah. So I could do it like that too.
Ooh.
I could do it in 2 pieces, just put them together, and then just sand it, so you don't have any marks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because they want to emboss like their letters.
Oh, okay. You're gonna route that in, and then you're gonna fill it with epoxy. type
I'm
of
gonna
thing?
give them
Like-
3 options: either engraved filled with epoxy, or embossed, like sticking out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. CNC.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
okay.
I'm gonna give them the 3 options in the render, and then go from there.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So
Yeah, and they're happy because they don't have to order 100 tap
yeah,
handles.
he's like, dude, it's they order, when they distribute, they have tampons, but that's a different department completely. Like, he's just trying to do it for the bar itself. So he was like,
I keep thinking that you say tampons,
tap rooms,
is it
tap
handles.
tap handles, and tap room,
You're like handles,
top handles.
What-
What?
It's
What
just
type of-
Arturo knees. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
What type of finish are you gonna put on them? Is it gonna be a glossy or more of a?
sad and
A satin.
depressed finish.
SADDEN, a satin finish.
Attaboy.
Jesus. I gave all my gloss to you actually yesterday.
That's true.
I gave
yeah.
you the gloss cleanse. Take it. I'm
That's
not
so-
using this
so
crap.
sparkly.
Yeah, I'm not using this crap. And then so let's see what happens. I'm doing that. And then we got Hair Circus Freaks. Oh, there's
That's
stuff
right,
coming
I
up.
even forgot about there. Yeah.
You can't forget about
yeah,
them, man.
I had, I'm busy, and I didn't want to have another thing on my plate, so I put it out to our group chat, the South Florida Makers Alliance group chat. Like, hey, does anybody else want to spearhead this project? I love the lady that the job is for. She's she pays. She's very easy to work with. She appreciates the work that we do. So I'm like, here's a good reference. And I told her, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna toss this project into my group chat so to see if somebody else wants to do it for you. Because I hate saying no, but I simply like I'm trying to get ready for this home show. It's the first couple weeks of school. I'm not doing the woodworking full time anymore. Like I have to pass it along. So I put it out in the group chat, and then Arturo directly texts me. He's like, "Bro, let's just do it." And then you don't have to really tell me anything twice. You don't really have to twist my arm. I'm like, okay, let's just do it. Like I can do it. Give me more on my plate. Okay.
Well, this is the second time
know.
I told you, because the first time that we did her office, you told me the same thing. You couldn't do it. You didn't have time, and this and that.
And that was true. Like, and I was stressed
It
out.
was true, but guess what?
freaking 2 weeks.
We killed it. We nailed
Yeah, we
the
did.
crap out of that thing, dude.
You're right, man. I know. We'll do
We
it
just
again.
gotta do it.
I get it.
Just gotta do it, man.
Just gotta do it.
Just gotta do it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it done. It's not a problem, man. So we quoted her 3 things she wants. She wants to put the ATM in a cabinet, which would be super cool. The bar area and the deck, and it's gonna be awesome.
Deck is what I'm not looking forward
Not
to.
looking forward to that one. Luckily, we left it for the last thing. I'm not really looking forward to it, but
But it's the last thing, dude. But it has to be done by the 7th.
that's fine.
You
That's
know?
fine, bro.
And like I know.
That's fine.
I know.
You're
We'll do
overthinking it, dude. We're gonna
I
be
know.
good. We're gonna be good.
All right.
And we gotta like we might have that move-in date that week too. So
Yeah.
so it's gonna be exciting.
I hope so, man. I
It's
hope
gonna be
so.
exciting.
Cool. Chris just muted and walked away.
Yeah, he does that. I mean, every time we talk, he just leaves.
This conversation doesn't interest me at all.
I'm out of here. I'm gonna go post on my Reddit. Oh, you're back, Chris.
man.
Welcome back. Hey, Chris. Hi.
I literally stood up for like 10 seconds.
He did.
Oh.
I know. We just like to make fun of you.
Go ask
So,
That's like
um,
one of my main
so-
rules on this podcast is to constantly just be getting up to let the
get up.
dogs out.
Let the
And-
dogs out. Put mute on.
Yeah.
Listen to the lapping of the tongue.
Yeah, or like, go make coffee, those kind of things.
That's awesome. So yeah, so we got that. I got some closet to make. Thanks to Dusko, actually.
Oh, Dusko's got you another closet.
No,
top?
not
Or is
no,
it for
because
him?
I did it for him. A lot of people have requested now to do closets.
Very nice.
So my neighbor's
Okay.
like, we need you to do a
That's
closet,
cool.
like a ton of closet. They have the same exact copy layout house that I have.
Yeah.
So then I was like, great. They want their master. They want some linen closet done, some floating shelves,
Okay.
and that I got the stuff from Shell, and then
Oh, that's right.
I
yeah,
gotta do
man.
that.
Oh, and you did my logo. I brought over.
Yeah,
a
I was
nice
getting to
slab
that
of
one.
mahogany.
Yeah, so
Oh,
doing your logo twice.
twice.
Dos veces, because the first time the CNC messed up, but we're gonna fix that. I already looked up everything.
Already did, man. Already fixed it.
Yeah, I know, but it messed up, and it was the first time really bothered me.
Yeah.
That whole like it got stuck, but I already looked up a different board for it, so next time that happens, it just stops completely.
Oh, okay.
It
okay.
stops,
Yeah,
turns
so if
off,
it-
and that's it.
If the computer senses that it did a movement without moving. kind of,
Right.
it'll just shut
Or if
down.
it's not how it works is that if it tells the motor to go to like a certain point within a certain time and it doesn't do that, it will just lock up.
Okay.
It'll sense it, it'll lock everybody up, and then it'll turn it off.
That's great.
So
That's great. That's saved. That's the
It's like
talking
the
about it with
Saw
Chris.
stop of CNCs.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But then
Pretty much.
it's funny because it won't work unless we have the specific stepper drivers that I have, which are hybrids, which they detect, they detect that movement.
They have like an optic thing where they can sense
Something
where
like.
they
Well,
are
there's
along the rack.
If you notice the stepper motors, you know how long they are, and then they have like a cap, and in that cap it has an encoder where the drive shaft spins on. So
Okay.
it'll sense the drive shaft not
position?
spinning, and it'll
Yes.
throw an alarm
Oh.
because it's supposed to be, but
Okay.
it's not. Ooh, what's that?
What's that, Chris?
X fasten.
Woodworking tape.
This makes me feel like I'm Arturo because I have 3 rolls of double-sided tape.
Yeah.
Oh, is that from what's it called?
From the
my-
Amazons, but
Oh,
no.
you didn't get speed tape, man? Come on.
Well, because I don't want it to be potentially permanent if I leave it on
Oh.
too long.
Oh, okay.
It's really for the purpose of templating. I'm gonna start doing some templating eventually.
Is Amazon the only place to get that?
Oh, I don't know.
Not really anywhere local?
90% of my shit on Amazon, even if it is available locally.
Right, of course. No, because I use
like
I use 3M.
dealing with people.
I use a 3M tape at Home Depot.
Yeah. I'm just always like running around and stuff. Like sometimes I'm just like it's so much easier, and I get the Amazon rewards points too.
What?
No plug. So
Oh yeah, you have the credit card and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you get the whole
Yeah.
shebang, it works.
I
it's
try
so.
and try
And
shy away.
sometimes, like, dude, their shipping. I don't know what they're doing right now or how they're able to do this, but
Drone.
there's like some stuff now where they're like free same day shipping.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if that tape was like one of them, but I ordered like for all these cutting boards that I'm batching out for the show next weekend. I was like just trying to get all organized, and I wanted to do all the little cutting board feet and everything on them.
Mhm.
And I needed like a specific weird sized Forstner bit that people usually wouldn't use, like a 5/8 Forstner. And
I
so
use one
anyway,
all the time.
Julia, you
you
okay?
use a 5/8 Forstner all the time.
Yeah, I have a 5/8 Forstner.
I know you have like every Forstner bit that's ever like
I
existed.
have
but,
them in millimeters.
like the Forstner bit set that I have like starts at 1 inch.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything smaller. But anyway, like long story short, it all came in like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Probably from Chipmunk.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
so they have distribution warehouses. Well, the closest one for you guys now is Opelika, by where I live.
Oh.
Yeah, we did that warehouse. They have one there. They have one in Wynwood. They have one by Dolphin Mall. And then they have one like further up north. There's like not one in Fort Lauderdale. I think they're putting one in Fort Lauderdale somewhere.
Yeah, like I didn't know where to get mineral oil by the gallon.
Yeah.
Like, every time I find mineral oil anyway, it's like tiny quantities. So once again, Amazon.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Like $16 or something like that for a gallon.
Warehouses are cool because like people, the only people that work there are the people that maintain the machines, the security, and then the guys that just, scan like certain boxes
Yeah.
when they.
Order pickers.
Not even, because that all they have to do is literally they have racks. The robot brings the racks to like a window. They
Yeah.
scan it so they can keep track of it, and it goes away. The machines pack it, tape it, scan it, and that's it. And it knows where to go. It drops it to the box and everything, like to the truck,
crazy.
everything. It's insane. You could do the tour of the one in Opelika, and it was
Yeah?
pretty cool. We had to do some more work on the inside when it was done.
Oh, that's the one that you got.
Yeah, that's the one we did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay. It was a quarter mile.
Yeah,
Long. That's crazy. That's a long building.
insane, dude. And no, when you go in there, imagine from wall to wall, it's just pure machines, and it's just
Yeah.
There's
no employees.
No, that's it. This is the security, which are a pain in the butt. The people that work there to maintain the machines, which is like a whole department, and a few people to scan the robots. And even they don't even have to be there all the time. Most of the time when I was there, like there was no one scanning.
Yeah.
It was just the robots moving all their stuff.
Robot does. I guess they could take an order in real time.
Right. So that's how they do the same day,
Wow.
shipping.
Yeah.
And then they do the Prime Now stuff from a different warehouse. And then but it's cool stuff, man. How they like can scan everything and shit. Pretty cool stuff, man. So
Eliminating jobs.
yeah. Well, it's a business. Well, it's like what you said.
Yeah, I
they're in the
know,
business
it's
to be a
business,
business.
yeah.
That's what people don't
Yeah.
understand. It's like
Mhm.
they're a business at the end of the day.
Mhm.
They have none of the robots complain, none of that stuff.
Nobody's calling them.
Right,
sick.
exactly.
Yes.
So they can keep it moving, but then they can provide that type of shipping.
Nobody got
Same day
nobody got
delivery.
yoked the night before for not paying child support. or something,
Exactly. No, and what they have there is that they have a lot of robbery. So like the people that work there, from when we put up all the walls and
Oh.
everything, people will start
Yeah.
robbing pieces of like conveyor belts, stuff like that, and then they'll start robbing actual like Amazon merchandise. Yeah. So then they have a security that's for the people that work there.
Mhm.
They have an outdoor visitor security, and then they have the security for the people that work there for stealing stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but what
Well-
are you gonna do, man? But at the end of the day, they're in the business to be a business, And everything there is robotic, everything except for like the forklifts, which they move the pallets. And
Yeah,
stuff.
actually, at Chipmunk, they don't even allow you to bring your phones into
Yeah,
the warehouse.
we-
Like, remember PJ when we went through the employee entrance and they had the metal detector and everything?
Yeah.
for
Well-
you? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon doesn't let you bring in any cell phone. Like we had to get special permission since we're contractors, and they allowed it. because the maintenance guys like got us through it. Because we had our phones like it, we had to take pictures. So then they only let you take pictures of certain things, which is dumb. I mean, you're not gonna steal any secrets.
Area 51.
Yeah, you're not gonna steal anything. It's just a bunch of conveyor belts with a bunch of sensors. But yeah, they don't let you in with any electronic devices, like any electronic devices. The people that work there only have radios that work indoors, and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
it's
okay.
very, very strict. They're not allowed to have phones.
Well, yeah, man. Because I mean, you have, like, I used to be a minimum wage employee. Like, I've been there. Like, what you kind of get into a place, and you're like, oh man, they just leave this stuff out. Like, maybe I could take one.
Right.
Like, it's tempting. You know.
It is.
I'm sure it happens all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Like,
for sure.
Luckily,
There they happen.
I kind of worked my way up and out of minimum wage positions.
There you go. They have.
But
They keep the single items, like each individual item is behind a chain link fence, and then that's where
Wow.
the window
Yeah,
is.
same.
And then the robot will bring it to the window so the human could scan it, and they can keep track of where it is. And then from there, it just boop, turns, gone. They're like giant Roombas that holds 100 pounds. They hold 100 pounds. They're pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
giant
pretty
like freaking Roombas. They're exactly like Roombas. They're massive.
So, Chris, what exactly is the like the microjig stuff? Like, what is that? What was that for? Like,
So
it was just something that Craftwood Eric G was able to bring home, or
yeah,
yeah.
this is the part that's gonna get you rolling.
Oh god, here we go.
So it's like this microjig rep or something that obviously they're gonna start distributing their stuff like
Yeah,
out of the
yeah.
warehouse, and so I guess like Eric became like sort of friendly with this guy, and then the guy said something to Eric like, oh yeah, like I hear you really like woodworking,
Oh
and
God.
so like just gave him this box of like all these, which is kind of funny. It's like sort of repetitive because there's like 3 of those paddle things, the actual gripper. So I'm like, what
Okay.
does one person need with 3 of them?
He knows that he lives.
Look down here on the bottom right of the corner of the screen. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I have.
Yeah,
one,
so do
well,
I.
I mean, technically, the 3 are owned by the school because all the ones that, the one that Shelby gave and the other 2 are for the school. So I don't have a personal one. That's true.
Wink, wink.
Of course,
Wink, wink.
I also don't really think I need one.
I don't think I need
TBH.
one either.
I like it. Sometimes I use it sometimes, just to get more
Yeah?
leverage. Yeah, depending on the piece.
You have
yeah,
one?
I have one. I bought one.
This
I
is-
bought one when I first
the-
started.
This is cool though. The splitter. The
Oh, is that the one that you put in the zero clearance insert?
yeah,
yeah.
it's basically arriving knife.
Yeah.
Like
So
for
your
children.
your saw doesn't have a riving knife, Chris?
It
Your-
does. Well,
It has,
I don't know
I'm
if it-
sure has the provisions for one. but
I'm
it's
sure it
not-
does. I've actually tried to look to see like if there's like a Jet branded riving knife that like goes to my saw or something.
There
is.
there
You
is.
can
You
order
can
it probably
Amazon.
directly from
No,
Jet.
Amazon should have a knife that fits it.
I was looking on Amazon and I didn't see anything, but you know what? Like, I
Hmm.
mean, now that I have this, I might just use this.
That's pretty cool stuff.
I honestly like
Yeah.
not to be not to poo poo on the whole splitters and riving knives, but I've run a table saw for a long time without
Yeah,
one,
I never used one.
you know.
I've never used
I
one
mean,
at all.
If I see like the splitter, I get it. If you're cutting wood, like Chris, you've had the issue before running pieces of wood that have a lot of tension in them.
Not on the table saw though. Weirdly enough.
What do you mean? You haven't had the issue on the table saw?
Not really. Not this table saw. I mean, on my old one, yeah. Used to on the little
Well, yeah.
Ryobi,
Yeah, the
yeah,
half,
that thing.
half a horsepower 10-inch saw. Yeah.
Yeah, but on this one, I haven't really had the issue. When I had it, was not on the table saw. It was with the track saw. It was getting
Okay.
bad on me, and then it would like literally throw the whole breaker if like
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what are breakers on a track saw?
No.
No, the circuit in the
Joking, because I have
garage.
batteries. Jeez, man.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, I see. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Well, I mean, your battery saw has a protective.
It
breaker.
does, but it can push a little bit more than the regular
So
one.
there's your
Yeah, it'll
answer.
lock up. It'll stop, especially on the Makitas.
Okay.
They'll stop when you
Okay.
put too much.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that, especially on that thin blade.
Yeah, it gets hot quick.
Mine is like, well, the TS75 is a regular blade, regular curve blade.
Ah,
It's not
on the
like a-
Makitas, they're thinner. They're thinner, and then mine's even more thinner now because they're the new ones.
Yeah, your battery
Yeah.
is super
Yeah,
thin.
Well, because the TS75 has to like cut through
Right.
way more.
yeah.
material.
I forgot you have the TS75, so you have the big boy blade. Well, how big is that blade?
It's I want to say it's like a
8.5,
8.5 inch
right?
blade.
Something like that. Yeah. It maxes out on a 90 at 2 3/4.
Yeah, so that's 8.5.
You have to cut.
I know that's the.
What did? Okay. It's 2 3/4. Okay. Yeah. I see. Well, that's actually that's pretty good, man. Yeah. I should have gotten one of those, but I wanted to get the Mafel.
Yeah.
No,
Or the-
you
Phone
know,
one looks
it's not
good.
like you don't have a friend that lives right down the street from you.
I
that has
know. I
one.
like to have my own stuff though. Like
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a track
good
saw in
car
your
it is.
shop, so.
I do. I do.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
That track saw literally like, paid for itself in spades. I mean,
Oh,
it
dude.
was fucking amazing.
Yeah, the
I
track
cannot
saw.
believe it.
I have yet to use the XL, the Domino, but I'll get there.
That's the next
Yeah.
big tool purchase I want to get. A domino.
You can use
Yeah.
it for doing some breadboard at ends and having some faux tenons.
The faux
Floating around.
tenants.
Oh man.
The faux tenants.
All right.
man.
So
What have you been up to? You're the last one that.
Me?
Yeah.
I already said stuff.
Here and there, but we gotta be a little structured.
Okay. So, first full week of school is done. I had my kids do a. I sent you guys a picture in the group chat of what we were doing in class. Like, instead of using balsa wood to build small wall sections, I drew a section of a wall on the board with measurements. I changed the dimensions for every period. Oh, there he is. Craft Wood Air Two.
Hey,
Oh my God.
the new distributor for Microjig right there.
Okay.
About the canes.
Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah.
So I drew the thing on the board. Whatever. The kids were supposed to cut strips of plywood out. Strips of paper out to simulate using balsa wood, and then build like a two-dimensional wall flat on their table. That was the project. But the purpose of it was to convert. The scale was 1 inch per foot. So I would draw like, say 72 inches for the dimension of something on the board, and they had to convert that, and cut the piece the right size, blah blah blah. Most of them got it wrong. So then I was just kind of messing around. It's Friday and it's like the last period, so I just draw the thickness scale on the board, like, because the kids are cutting strips of paper that are like 1.5 inches thick. And I'm like, you guys are gonna, you should be able to use 1 sheet of paper for this whole project. Like, you don't need to cut strips that thick, man. I'm talking about like a 1/4 inch.
Well, they don't know how to nest, bro. They don't have nesting practices.
I guess not. Yeah, they don't run CNCs or use SketchUp.
Exactly.
I guess not, man. I guess not.
Man.
And yeah, they wouldn't be practicing like grain continuity either. Like they'd have the blue lines of the paper going perpendicular and then parallel.
All of a
Like,
sudden
no,
just-
come on, man. Where's your grain continuity, dude? What are you doing right now? What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
But
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fun. I had fun
That's
this week
awesome, man.
with the kids. I just gotta stay a little bit ahead of them and keep it fun for them. That's all. That's basically my day-to-day struggle, is to like make sure that they're having fun, in a respectful way,
They're learning something.
and stay ahead of them so they don't think that I'm slacking,
Right.
which I'm not. And then getting ready for the home show. Said just like Chris said, he's doing boards. I'm gonna do some live edge boards, just little tiny things to be able to sell at the show. People can walk around
Dude,
with them.
those cookies.
Those rosewood cookies.
Damn, they came out really
They're-
nice.
Yeah, the rosewood. Yeah, the circles. I like to leave a little bit of a live edge on the circle, so it's got a flat spot on it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish them with oil, tongue oil, and just get those little cute bases that I got from.
Another-
Can't believe I just said cute, but whatever. Cute bases from hairpinlegs.com. I had never seen that design before. It's like 3 half-inch steel rods splayed out at the bottom. Really cool looking
Simple,
design.
modern,
simple,
the modern feel to it. I like
Yeah.
that. I like those legs when I saw them.
Yeah, Chris, so modern in fact that Chris is like, oh my goodness.
What?
He was like, whoa, this is in PJ's shop. Oh my God, like, I can't believe you
The
went
first
modern.
thing I actually said was like, hey, like this would be really cool as a bent lamination project.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Which the
Oh,
Modern
God.
Maker podcast guys are doing a bent lamination challenge with Rockler.
Yeah.
So I think
We
I'm
get,
gonna
can we
get into that
instead of
too.
doing bent lamination, can we just like cut like plywoods in different sections and glue them together?
Well, actually it's not a bent lamination challenge. Sorry, it is a bent wood challenge. So however you can bend wood, whether it be through kerf bending or steam.
Do you have to
bending,
show how you
whatever
bent the
wanna
wood?
do. Yeah.
Because I mean, if you don't have to, we could just cut it on the CNC, however the hell we want.
Yeah, that's not bent.
Hey, well, the bottom could be bent. It could have like a little whatever.
Yeah, you gotta show your work. It's like a math class when you're.
Math class.
Oh, I
in-
sucked
Yeah,
at
man.
that. I sucked
Yeah.
at showing my work.
Yeah,
So-
PJ's mom was yelling at me for years
And
about
not showing your work. Yeah, like you didn't
Yeah.
show your work and you still got it wrong. Like, what did you even do? Right?
And I'm like-
It's just squiggly.
I want to know where
Yeah.
you messed up. I want to be able to correct it, but you can't even do that.
I'm like, well, I guessed. I just wrote a number and hoped that
I
out
wanna-
of all the billions of numbers that I got the one that was right.
I'm gonna play the lotto after
wanna
this
go
one.
home.
Huh? That's sweet.
I want to go home.
That's funny stuff, man.
Oh God.
So that's
pretty
good.
cool. The steaming is the one that I want to try. Make like a steam box. Let's just try it.
I don't know, man.
But I can cut them. Like if you want it round, I can cut it on the CNC. So I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Steam bending is
just-
really cool looking, but I mean, it's a I don't know. It takes up a lot of space. Like you have to have the whole rig for it. I mean,
You know what
I've
I'd rather
seen-
do? Instead of steam bending something to make it what you want, I would just try and find a limb of a tree that's already like similar to that shape, so that the grain follows that curve anyway, and then cut 3 out of it, and do that. You understand what I mean? Like
for
take
the
a branch
base,
that's
you
bent.
mean?
Yeah, like I can find you a branch
Ooh.
that's like that. It's got that angle
Alright.
to it, the little dog leg, and I guarantee you the grain is going to follow that dog leg, and then just cut 3 in series, basically 3 slabs out of that branch, and then you've got your 3 bent
Gotta
legs.
try that. I really like
You
the
know?
design of those legs and how slim they were.
That's an old I learned that from Norm at the New Yankee Workshop. When I used to work for him, I feel like I used to work for him. I watched so many of his.
I was there.
Like I was there. Oh, yeah. Hey Norm, remember when we did that? We found that branch and we cut the piece out of it. It wasn't him that did it. I think he did an actual bent lamination, but it was a shop that he visited. Like the first 5 minutes of the episode is him visiting some like old school woodworking place where they literally took a hatchet and like split the wood. I think it was for a coat rack that he was going to build. Like it was a bent thing for a coat rack. And the advice that the guy gave him at the beginning when he was visiting that shop was, yeah, hey, find a piece of wood that's already similar to that shape, so that the grain doesn't have to be altered too much. We can alter it. We can alter the crap out of grain with steam because it loosens all the
Fibers.
pectin. What the hell's the name of the stuff that holds all the cells and fibers together? I think it's pectin or something like that. It loosens, it relaxes that temporarily when it's at a certain temperature, and then you let it dry in the shape that you want it, and it's now a newly formed piece of wood. But much easier if you can just get the grain to follow the shape that it already is. That's the end of my story. So with that, my chirins, I think we're gonna go ahead and. Oh, did you guys lose me? Or can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I thought I was looking at this. Both screens were like dark, and neither of you were moving. I thought I was the one that dropped out.
No, I'm just bored.
All right.
Oh,
right, cool.
wow.
All right.
Well, on that note,
Thanks.
on that note,
man.
we're
All
gonna
right.
close this sucker
All right.
up.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Sorry for the lackluster show today, but we're just kind of catching up. We'll have a lot more to talk about next week.
And yeah, in the next 2 weeks or so, we'll have a
In the
ton
next 2
of.
weeks or so, we'll have a lot of cool things to talk about. But anyway, be sure to follow us on the Instagrams and subscribe to Chris's YouTube channel and my YouTube channel.
Hey, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel.
All right,
I
well, go
will.
ahead, man. Talk about
I
it. Be
will.
about it.
I will. Why not?
And we'll see you all next
Oh,
week.
well,
Make sure if you want to ask.
Well,
us,
next week is
sorry,
gonna-
If you want to ask us
next
about our
week's
wood.
gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, we're
No,
not doing a podcast
the home
next
show.
week.
The home show doesn't start till noon. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
for real?
Podcast.
On Saturday?
On Saturday, it starts at noon.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. We'll do a little bit earlier next week.
So
What?
also maybe this might be a smart idea. Try to plan the meetup with Friday night, since it seems like everybody's going to be there
Down
Friday
there. Yeah, that's true.
at
All
Fraser's store. And since we're going to be at Mana and Winwood, it's like literally just a couple blocks away.
But then
Yeah,
let me know ahead
yeah.
of time so I can call them and let them know.
I'm letting you know right now.
At
Yes.
what time?
Yeah.
This is
At
ahead
what
of
time on Friday?
It'll be
I don't
late. It'll
know.
be whenever
Well, the
thing
show
ends.
is over at 9:30,
Yeah. So
and I would like to kind of stay with my stuff until the doors are locked. So, let's say 10 o'clock at Veza Sur.
Okay. Yeah, they open at 12, from 12 to 9:30.
All right. So for everybody listening, who is probably already in our group chat, we're gonna be there at like 10 o'clock, 9:45 ish. All right.
Sounds good.
It was very nice to meet all of you. My name's Paul Fetcher. I'll be your teacher for the rest of the year. We have 172 days left this year of school. Thank you very much, and bye.
Bye.